Once upon a time in the realm of American politics, there was a tale so twisted, so filled with intrigue and deception that it shook the very foundations of democracy. This story was none other than the Watergate scandal, and it would forever change how people perceive the presidency. In 1972, President Richard Nixon sought re-election against his opponent George McGovern. The election atmosphere was tense. The stakes were high. Behind closed doors, a group of men hatched a plan to ensure Nixon's victory, by any means necessary. Their scheme involved breaking into the Democratic National Committee headquarters at the Watergate office complex in Washington, D.C., to steal sensitive information. The night was dark and quiet when 5 men disguised as plumbers slipped into the complex under cover of shadows. But fate had other plans for them that night. A security guard discovered their intrusion and alerted authorities. The burglars were arrested on scene, but little did anyone know that this seemingly simple arrest would unveil an intricate web of deceit connecting back to President Nixon himself. As investigations unraveled more details about this scandalous affair, journalists Bob Woodward and Carl Bernstein from the Washington Post found themselves at its center. With guidance from their mysterious source known as Deep Throat, they uncovered evidence that implicated high-ranking officials in criminal activities ranging from wiretapping to money laundering. The nation held its breath as each piece fell into place like a sinister jigsaw puzzle. An audio tape revealed President Nixon discussing attempts to cover up his administration's involvement in Watergate. Key witnesses testified against him during Senate hearings. Public opinion swayed heavily towards impeachment proceedings. It felt like an emotional roller coaster for Americans watching these events unfold before their eyes. Disbelief turned to anger as they realized how deep this corruption went within their government. How those they entrusted with power could betray them so callously. In August 1974, facing near-certain impeachment and the potential loss of everything he had worked for, President Nixon made a heart-wrenching decision. With tears in his eyes and a heavy heart, he announced his resignation, the first and only president to ever do so in American history. The Watergate scandal revealed that even the most powerful person in the land could be held accountable for their actions. It was a harsh lesson learned through pain, anger, and ultimately hope. As Americans wept for their shattered innocence, they also found solace in knowing that justice had been served. For years to come, this story would serve as a cautionary tale, an emotional reminder of what can happen when power corrupts absolutely. The Watergate scandal may have left an indelible mark on American history. But it also taught us invaluable lessons about integrity, courage, and the importance of holding our leaders accountable for their actions, no matter how high they may rise.